All right, guys, time for the end of the week recap. Very slow done continuation sell Friday. Not a lot left on the table. One pre-market long bounce from an algo that we had called. That is it. Didn't want to see a single other trade. We had two other trade ideas that worked out perfectly well. So let's get into it. So this morning on the pre-market, we created an algo candle here. This is from the data. If you zoom in right here, we do have that 5-minute high-low fibbed out. And I said we're going to come up big target 1, 536.68, and target 2. Target 1, we're always at least out of the position 85% minimum. This last target 2 and then target 3 are bonus rounds. A lot of the time, you want to get that first scalp in, especially with the VIX being so monstrously high. The candles are putting in insane range. So when in a scenario where the volatility index and the VIX is super high and you're putting in 100-point candles in 5 minutes, no problem on NQ, you're taking most of your position off at target 1 unless you're being silly. So we ran that up to target 1. We closed out like we posted here. And ended up for a nice little green on the day. And then I posted and we hit our short targets. You've been watching our videos for the last couple of weeks. Our short target was the 100 EMA on the SPY, and we are into that right now at 529 and some change. So let's take a peek at it real fast. There's not a whole lot to cover today, but SPY, the high-low of the fib elbow box is right here. So high-low, 5-minute chart, pointed to the downside is what you should have done. This one's to the upside right now, but long right here to golden pocket top. That was the target called. And that was a beautiful one because we were getting in right here on the higher low, ran it up to the golden pocket. And I think I did almost 19 points out of that one. So a huge trade there. And coming back down, we broke out of the fib box and then you walk it down. So my other huge target was an intraday gap left 6,524. You can see it right there. So that was a gap that was left way back when intraday that would potentially fill. And that's where we got another downside target along with the 100 EMA you see in the green right here daily. Right? We're going to be our targets. So that becomes a channel when you have two very, very aggressive targets for the short side here that we had for today. And that's all over under. So how to play this from the fib box was very easy. We come here, we come up to the golden pocket. Trade 1 is done. You look for the continuation, stop out on profit. If you're not going to get the trade 2, your over under becomes golden pocket for the first one, right? So we are under golden pocket. We sliced right through 533.35. So obviously not going to come back for a retrace. This is a beautiful snap. The RSI is in the lower, MAC is in the lower. Everything is pointing lower on oscillation indicators. After the long scalp, continuation short was very primary. So between that SPY gap and the 100 EMA, we had a really good point of interest. We also called a bounce point right here at the 100 EMA daily. So this did come in for a scalp because this is the first tag, and whether it be a Fibonacci, a price level, a moving average, a VWAP, the first tag that a candle has on something is usually the best interaction. So this 100 EMA daily hit, it popped back up, called another 20 pointer, I think there. So we got like 13 out of this call right here on the little options account. Yeah, 22 point call there. And this is SPY, and we reflect that to ES. So a point on here on SPY is 10 points on ES. And so when you see me kind of go over everything like this, because 100 EMA go up, says 2.4, that's 24 points. But long story short here, that is it. I mean, I wish I had other stuff. The VIX is absolutely dominating to the upside here. And for the rest of the day, we've already hit our short target. So I assume that we're just going to kind of low fly right here. I think we're just going to do this right around that 100 EMA. And I think we're going to get a retrace trade off the 100 EMA because this is the first tag. And again, watch all of the other YouTube videos. We post the priors in the YouTube description below. And from that 100 EMA, for the prediction for the rest of the day here, I think we have an opportunity to see only and only when the MAC crosses back up to that upside, we could see a reversal for a long scalp hold above the 100 EMA. So I think chop zones like this, and then you're going to come up to VWAP and 100 EMA today for the long case scenario. Now it's a little early for that yet. We need the MAC to cross to that upside. We need the RSI to come back up, get into those top channel pushes and continue the oscillation up so it can perform. And then a back test of 533.35 should also be on watch for you. So I think a hold long right here from the 100 EMA gets you at least VWAP and 533.35 for the day. And if it wants to stay in a gap down, fine. If it wants to blow itself right back up to close that gap, also fine. Because the 100 EMA first tag, like we said in the prior video, if you go back to the daily, and again, watch the YouTube description in the last one if you want, I'll post it in there. But the 100 EMA was a shy. And what that means is price action came super close to hitting and then shied away from it right here. So price action came down and bloop, right away. And it left that gap in between the 100 EMA and price action not tagging it. So we call that a shy because the price action has shied it. And then I called the all-time high a couple of weeks ago here after the first gap down, the second, and said we're going to get a pop back into the gap, fail. And again, we've been predicting this. So very clean shot here. And like I said, I wanted to see about 8 points. And we talked about being a little under that 100 EMA from highs. And this is 6.9. It's about 7%. So we got very close so far to that 8%. Pullback. And okay, we can go 8 to 15%, mind you. So that next leg down and next prediction video we'll get into a little bit deeper. But like we said, that MACD was finally swapped, that RSI finally putting in that lower high on giving us some good conversions on the all-time high. Everything was set for the fail. So if anything provides you with, I was looking at my 5-minute chart, provides you with some value here today, guys, and you want to trade with us live, we do it. We narrate it every day. We try to get those trades down. An example of our trading style is like this on the Discord. And when we come back into our Discord, we come through and we call a lot of these pre-market trades like we did with the pre-market, even on Twitter and X. And we will walk ourselves through it with every little screenshot entering 4Ps here. I show the limit orders, we show the P&Ls, we show everything tick by tick, minute by minute that we can. And we get all these things set up for everybody. And hopefully we get some good trades to boot. So that is it for me today. If you want to trade live with us, the link's in the description. We got Apex codes, we got Top Step codes, and now we're just going to sit here and watch this long play out on the 100 EMA daily, back to the pre-market low, back to the 533.35 and VWAP. So that is your trade call. You guys take care, trade safe. We'll see you on the next.